All right, so this presentation is gonna be real quick, man. Look, so what you gotta do, man, look, is you have to learn to sit in silence, man. You have to learn to sit in silence and embrace the silence, right? Sorry. Embrace silence. Like embrace. Actually, let me turn this AC off. I'm about to be sweating, so I'm about to look. I'm about to cook. I'm about to cook. You have to embrace silence, and the reason you have to embrace silence is because silence is where we actually came from. You know what I mean? When you was in, when you was in your mother's womb, everything was silent. I mean, you still heard noises and stuff, but that's the least stimulation you ever have unless you sleep. That's the only time people experience silence is when they're asleep, but you're not conscious, right? I'm talking about conscious. All right, let's run it back. All right, so I'm talking about conscious silence. Okay? Conscious silence. And what is conscious silence? Conscious silence is where you're fully aware, but you're silent. You have no stimulation, or as little stimulation as possible. And I'm not talking about meditation, right? What are the only times where we're actually like silent is when we're asleep, but you're unconscious. Or, when you are, I mean, we have moments in the day, right? But the main moments when you're silent is when you're asleep or when you're meditating. And I'm not talking about meditation because even with meditation, turn this off. Even when you meditate, right, you're still focusing on your breathing. So you're focusing on something. Even if you're not trying to focus on something, you're not trying to focus on your thoughts. Thoughts are still running through your head while you meditate, right? But it's a lot of people who don't meditate. And you don't have to, really. You honestly don't have to meditate to reach some sort of level of enlightenment or whatever it is. It's a big part of it, though. It helps you get there. But because meditation is just focusing your energy. But what sitting in concentrated, conscious silence is about, basically, is, all right, look at it like this. Everything you do, from taking a shit to going for a jog to just being around people and having conversations, you're stimulated, right? Before you go to bed, you got your phone in your hand. You're riding on the airplane, you got earbuds and you're listening to music. You're driving in the car, you're going to work, you're listening to music or a podcast or a YouTube video. Whatever, you could be doing something and you're listening to my shit right now, right? So it's not a lot of moments. It's like like I say, you take a shit and you got your phone on the toilet playing Blockbuster or whatever. So, basically a lot of things we don't have a lot of long periods of actual silence where nothing's going on, where you're just kind of like doing the dishes and it's silent, or you're cooking yourself dinner or whatever, or breakfast, and it's just silent, right? Sometimes we have that and it lasts for 2 minutes. But even that counts. My point is, look, this is my point. Going into that silence, like actually doing things, go to the park and go for a jog or a walk without your earbuds or without your phone. Leave your phone in the car. Just go out in nature for 30 minutes. Walk around, sit down, look at the river, whatever, right? Or if you go or go to challenge yourself, because you have to get uncomfortable, and most people are not comfortable with silence. They're not comfortable with their own thoughts for a long period of time. I'm talking like 10, 15, 20 minutes. Try an hour without any stimulation. Try an hour without talking to somebody, right? You got your kids at home, you got a newborn baby, you got this, that, and the third. Try going for an hour without interacting with anybody, without looking at your phone, without watching TV, without listening to music, with just existing. Try to go that long with just existing. Try to go to a restaurant, right? And now in the restaurants, you got to talk to the waiter and shit, but that's the only interaction. But try going to a restaurant by yourself, going inside, eating, and leave your phone in the car. Try doing that, right? That's what will really get you to kind of wake up a little bit, right? Outside of, just taking action, taking action, taking action. Like in life, they always what the fuck? They always talk about taking action, right? And my phone is about to die, so I gotta be quick with this. So people talk about taking action, but they don't talk about being comfortable, being uncomfortable. Because what it is, I'm running my mouth, but look, let me get to the point. So this could really be an hour-long video, but I'm gonna make this as short as possible. Most people are not comfortable with their own thoughts because your thoughts are going to tell you about yourself. Your thoughts are going to tell you, man, you've been procrastinating, hesitating, you've been too trepidatious, you've been acting like a pussy, you've been acting like a bitch, you've been acting like this, you've been acting like that. You haven't been getting shit done. Oh, you said you was going to do that the other day and you still ain't did it? Yeah, you're on a frequency that is not going to get you to anywhere you want to be at. Everybody talks about manifestation and all this shit, right? But you don't even want to sit alone and look at your thoughts, and your thoughts are telling you, your thoughts are keeping you a loser. Your thoughts are, you're having a loser thought. You're having losing thoughts, right? If you were in school and the nerdy kid comes up and like punches you, he's still a nerdy kid. Like he's still a no, look, I'm a nerd. Look. What I mean is the kid that gets bullied, right? I don't want to say nerd as the stereotypical shit because, you don't got to be a nerd to get bullied. But let's say there's a kid who gets bullied and he turns around and he punches you, right? A soft little baby punch, right? He's still a loser, dude who gets picked on, right? Like I said, you don't have to be a nerd or nothing. I'm talking about like a loser who doesn't believe in himself, right? You're just you have a loser mentality. Right? And a lot of people, you could sit with your thoughts, but if you have like loser thoughts and you accept those thoughts, then you're going in the wrong direction. You're going in the absolute wrong direction. So you got to learn to have winner thoughts, a winner mentality. Like really sit alone, sit with yourself and see what you're telling yourself. Your mind is talking to you all the time. And what is your mind telling you? What pictures is your mind showing you? Do you like these thoughts? Do you like these pictures? If not, you need to change something. You need to change your mentality. A lot of people won't wake up to what they need to change about themselves. They blame everybody. They blame the world. They blame their mom, their dad, their brother, right? But when you sit by yourself and you just think and you have these thoughts, you realize, damn, I really am a procrastinator, right? I really am too paranoid. I really am this. I really am that, because you're having these thoughts and it's all subconscious. But when you sit in silence, you'll actually pay attention to these thoughts consciously. And then you'll start to realize, damn, hold on. My subconscious is telling me some shit and I haven't been listening. So now when you start listening, when you sit in silence, not meditation, but just sit in silence, barely any stimulation. You got visual stimulation. You're going to have audio stimulation, right? Look, go home and just, if you can, go home and lay on your carpet. Like just put a pillow up under your head, lay on your living room carpet and just look at the ceiling for like 15 minutes. Literally, and don't just sit with your thought. You don't gotta meditate or nothing. Just be quiet. Just shut up, right? Just listen to your own self-talk. And what is your self-talk telling you? Is it telling you you're not good enough? And then what's gonna happen if your thoughts are telling you you're not good enough? And you really pay attention, it's gonna tell you why you're thinking like that, right? It's going to tell you why you're hesitating to do these certain things in certain situations. Why you're making promises and you're not keeping them. Why you're not making the money you don't have, or why you're not making the money that you actually want. And you're making what you do have. Right? So, yeah, it's very important, man. This dude's snoring and shit. Look, it's very important to discover what is at the bottom of your mind. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna make and this goes back to my first video where I was talking about nature and how nature is perfect. So, or nature is imperfect, so therefore everything is perfect. Okay, so yeah, just I'm gonna expand more on this. Like I said, I could talk about this for literally an hour, 2, 3. I could talk about this for like 5 hours straight, but I'm not about to do that, right? You know, but yeah, if you want to manifest, this is essential. You have to get used to your own thoughts and change what you can change. You know, you're having a certain pattern of thoughts. You're having a certain train of thoughts because of something or someone or whatever. Years of thinking a certain way. So you could do this daily, just a couple minutes. Just do more things in silence, right? You don't have to listen to music in the shower. You don't have to listen to the radio when you drive to work. Just turn it off. Keep it off. Do it once a day or whatever, and just get in tune with you. Look, right now I feel like it's a lot more I could expand on this, but I'm gonna give this some time. I'm gonna let this sit, and I'm gonna give it some time to, for my mind, for me to mentally marinate on what I just said too, right? And then I'm gonna come back at a later time, and we're gonna talk about sitting in silence, again, conscious silence. We're gonna talk about that a little bit more. So yeah, it's something else. I feel like it's something I want to add to this, but it's like, I'm not. I don't know. I might not be on the, I guess, frequency for that yet. My mind isn't like getting the message right now. So I feel like, I'm gonna get to that at a later point. But yeah, just be more consistent. Be more consistent. Do what it is that you say you're gonna do. You know what I mean? Do exactly what it is you say you're gonna do. And nobody's perfect. If you slip up and you make a promise to somebody or yourself and you slip up and you don't fulfill that, don't beat yourself up, but at the same time, recognize that you did that shit. Recognize it and don't just brush it off, but also don't beat yourself up too much, because then you'll give up on yourself, and you don't want to do that. That's the worst thing you could do, right? A lot of people go on these like self-improvement journeys, and self-improvement is really bullshit, but they go on these journeys, mental journeys, to expand their mind, and then when they dedicate themselves to something and then they don't fulfill that, all that means is you're not on that frequency yet, but it might be the wrong thing. You might have to try something else. Who knows? But if you've had your mind set to something for a long time and you still ain't doing it, you either just give it up or you just do it. Just give it up or do it. Period. If you have your mind set to something, and it's been like this for the last 2-3 years, you wanted to start that business, you wanted to start this channel, you wanted to do this, that, and the third, and you still ain't doing none of that shit, man, look, give it up. Stop letting that take space in your brain so you can make space for something else. Or you do it. Put together a plan to do it. Like, it's simple. I don't know why these glasses is crooked. Like, I don't know. I gotta get these fixed, but whatever. I don't even care. I don't even care. Crooked glasses or whatever. It doesn't matter. I don't even care. It doesn't matter. Look, it's about the message. All right. Fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? So look, yeah, just do that shit.